Oh, hey, YouTube. Wow, this is what I look like with the new camera. Okay. Different. You can see more of my beautiful spots of uniqueness. Anyways, how y'all doing? Just got in the car, getting ready to go run an errand or two and work later. Today's March 9th already, just like that. Thursday. I made a little video maybe a week or two ago when I was getting ready to move, talking about friends, and came up in conversation like, hey, you know anybody, you got any good strong friends that can help us move? It's like, I don't really have too many friends right now. Don't really, back in the city restaurant work life, after a season at a farm, it's kind of eye opening, to say the least. But I don't want to get off on a tangent. What I wanted to talk about is friends and why my social group seems to be pretty small, comparatively speaking to the so-called average person. um well, one, I stay away from social media other than this, which is a self study psychology thing, positive influence type concept going on with this channel. Other than that, I'm off Facebook and everything else. Well, I shouldn't say off Facebook because I never was on. But no, none of that noise. Not documenting everything, more so documenting how I think and why, and what I choose to do about it. But anyways, there's a lot of easily, how should I say this? There's a lot of simple things that exclude me wanting to even associate with somebody or have any kind of thoughtful conversation or anything with them. And most people in my age group or above, I would say, are locked into a certain worldviews and certain belief systems that I just don't want anything to have to do with. If like one of these excluding questions, where if you give me the affirmative answer, would be, for example, do you vote? If you say yes, I just don't want to have a conversation with you. I don't even want to start explaining myself about anything. Another one that would be exclusive, if confirmed in the negative, is, do you believe in God? It's like, if you don't believe in some kind of outside source outside of yourself, that generates our reality, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk to you. If you have a belief system that restricts you into this material realm, then I'm sorry. Like, just, I don't even want to start a conversation with you about anything. I don't want I if It's one thing if I'm handing you food for, it's another thing if I'm have to associate with you and interact with you, in a way that is supposedly apparently mutually beneficial, which in reality most of the time it's not. um but the reason I have a small group of friends is because there's a very limited people who, and I hate to say this, that in a way that might sound a little bit prideful or whatever, but there really are a limited few people who um seem to have a grip on the nature of what reality is. And wow, that is a beautiful bird, just flew right by me. Some kind of wren or something. It's got a really long tail feather. That's cool. Hopped right in that camellia. Disappeared forever. Anyways, what was I saying? There are very limited people that I want to associate with, and that's fine. But that doesn't mean that I don't want other. Nobody else is gonna have my understanding of the world because nobody else has had the experiences I experienced, right? But I do want to have other people to understand why I think the way I do, because of course everybody thinks that they're right, right? But you can be wrong and think you're right also. But wrong and right aside, if you can't um, if you can't take information in and, you know, um, set your beliefs aside, what is that called? The disposition of belief or something. There's some phrase for it. But if you can't um, take information in that goes against your apparent belief system or worldview, and logically reason and expound on things, and basically what I'm saying is, if you have a closed mind and a narrow worldview, and you aren't willing to try to understand things that are outside of your current belief system, I don't want to have a conversation with you, because you're living a robotic, mundane life. And if you're not looking for answers, you're just waiting for somebody to give you stuff, and you're just waiting for somebody to tell you what's true and right and wrong. Um, and that's very common in people in my age group and above. Like, we just outsource our morality to this entity called government that has rights that don't exist in humans. So we just let them coercively steal, and we actually vote. We actually willingly participate in this system that uses coercive violence, and these men in costumes that can throw us in a cage for something that has no victim. And people don't say it like that. They're so indoctrinated with the belief system that they have to outsource their health to these people called doctors, and they have to outsource their spirituality to these guys named priests with these fancy robes, and who do this cool ritual every Sunday morning. And it just blows my mind that people can outsource so many things that are apparently important to living a good, healthy, well-rounded, morally uplifting and enjoyable life. It's very hard to find. All I really want is to be able to participate with this abundant nature that has been given to us, and associate myself with people who want to take care of our health, physically, emotionally, spiritually, growing and participating with awesome food and medicine that can uplift our lives, and that can show us how beautiful this creation that a creator God has given to us to participate in. That's all I really want to do. Take control of the things that I ingest, and have a better participation with it, and take control of the things that I believe spiritually, and come to know through experience. I just want a physically, emotionally, and spiritually healthy life. If you're providing for yourself, and you're taking responsibility for where you get your water and food, and you're taking responsibility for the information you receive, instead of just turning a screen on and letting that tell you, instead of actively researching and really seeking to discover different methods of interacting with creation, instead of just, feeding on what's forced into your reality by people who are trying to control you. I like to say, if you're not living according to your own purpose, you are living according to someone else's. So anyways, I just wanted to hop on here before I hit the road. Go ahead and crank her up here. Go get some Kratom and maybe a couple groceries. I haven't bought any groceries since I got here last week, so should probably do that. But anyways, I just wanted to check in here, say hello, and we will see you in the future.